East Coast Junior Cross League Game of the Week. Brought to you all season by Sports Wheels in Sackville, Nova Scotia. For all things lacrosse or any other sport that gets you moving, go to sportswheels.ca. Today we've got the Dartmouth Bandits in town versus the St. John Rapids. St. John is 4-1 on the season with one loss to St. Margaret's Bay, and Dartmouth is 4-3. Both have 8 points. Last two matchups for these two teams, both went to the Rapids. May 25th, 12-4 win for Rapids, and June 8th, 12-6 win for the Rapids. We had a face-off here at center. The players on the outside of the lines must remain there until the ball leaves that circle. Officials are Steve O'Shaughnessy and Mac Huckla. And you're underway. Loose ball, still not picked up yet. First possession is for Dartmouth Bandits, 30 seconds on the clock. Transitioning down the floor, getting the offense on. Nola Competri with the ball. Starting on the right-hand side with the righties, I should say, on the left-hand side. Shot on net, save. We've got a reset. All right, Rapids are called on a 10-second count. They did not get across the half within the first 10 seconds. Ball turns over back to the Dartmouth Bandits. Number 19 with the ball. And loose, picked up by the Rapids, streaking down. That is Nate Williams with a shot on goal. Rebound comes out, picked up by the Dartmouth Bandits. And that is Ben Barrero moving the ball into the St. John end. Bandits offense starting up. Competri towards the net, ball comes out. Rapids back down the floor. That's Hudson Scaplin transitioning down. He's going to let the offense set up. Sawyer King with the pick, shot in there, loose, still loose. 21 on the clock. That's still Rapids ball behind the net. Deflected pass out front into the goaltender's stick. We've got a reset for Dartmouth. Sloppy pass up. Looks like that's gathered up by Noah Fournette and the Rapids. Morgan McKinnon coming into the zone. Passes it off to 88, Riley Bissett. Looking to get something going here. First good chance on net. Got that across to Drew Mason, who's going to dump that back to Webster. Ball's lost. And we've got loose ball in the corner. Looks like Dartmouth's going to pick that up. Transition down the floor. Big hit there by 88. Ball gets across half. The Rapids are aggressive on the press so far. Ball still in the stick of the Bandits player. He's pinned against the wall. He throws it away, and that's picked off by Kenny McIntyre. And he's going to let things set up. Good job by the Rapids to prevent that opportunity for Dartmouth. Pass across. Back to Sawyer King with a shot. That's saved by the goaltender. Goaltender is Keegan Horn. Big rainbow pass up there. Gets back into Bandit's stick. And they're going to get Chris Bungay out there. Ball's at his stick, coming down the left-hand side of the screen. Comes across the top, in through the middle, gets a little shot off there. Picked up by Ethan, the goaltender, Robotham. He moves the ball up. And a big pass up to Nate Williams. Oh, he just dropped it at the last minute. Real good chance, though. Dartmouth might have been sleeping a little bit there. However, ball turned over. Dartmouth coming back. Little fake pass. And still transitioned successfully up the floor. It's back over to Bungay. We've got Owen Cox down there on the left-hand side of the crease. And that's a shot. Well, looks like the defense blocked that one. Never got through, no reset, 7 on the clock. Another shot that did work as a reset into the Rapids stick. Big hit there. Bungay knocked it out of Kenny McIntyre's stick, but Kenny picked up the loose ball. Looks like we've got something happening. We've got a moving pick far side by the bench, so the Dartmouth Bandits are going to take the ball back. Once that ball is gone, you really can't interfere with that player down floor. So we've got Dartmouth setting up again. Inside to Bungay, a little bit of a roll. He's got some traffic. Looks like that's going to be a crease call. Bandits ball. 30 back on the clock. That's Morgan McKinnon coming down. He gets into the zone, no problem. He's going to look for that offense to get out there. Going to hold up a little longer. That's over to Drew Mason. Over to Sawyer King. Last offensive player getting out there for the Rapids. That's going down to, I believe that's Ben Alshorn, taking some reps on offense today. Shot on goal and save by Horn. Picked up back by the Rapids. Sawyer King up top, swings it to Drew Mason. Little pick for Kirsten Moffat. Nothing going inside. Dartmouth playing some good D inside there, not letting them roll. That's ball had contact with something in the ceiling, so Dartmouth ball. We've got about 5 minutes gone in the first period, no score. No penalties to report, which is great. Dartmouth sort of controlling things a little bit here so far. Another shot on net, that's a reset. He touched the crease as he went to pick the ball up. That's why it's turned over to the Rapids. We've got Rapids getting the ball in. That was Marky Surrett who picked the ball up. Riley Bissett with the ball there now. Dodges inside. Shot on goal. Nice shoulder stop by the goaltender. Rapids pick the ball up again. So we've got St. John maintains possession again with a fresh 30. We've got Drew Mason ripping like he does. That was a hard post crossbar. Nobody knew where it was. Back in the hand of the Bandits. Riley Bissett for the Rapids picks up that rebound and forces a turnover. However, it does complete. Sloppy play by the Bandits so far on their clears, but Rapids have picked the ball back up in the corner. Number 88, Riley Bissett's there, puts it back out. That's Nate Williams across to Joe Webster. They're going to settle things down. No groove yet for the Rapids yet. Everything's just kind of messy. Let's see what we got here. Kenny McIntyre over to Drew. Drew's going to sweep, see if he shoots. And he gets, he misses that one. 7 on the shot clock, got to hit the net. And that is no reset for Rapids. That's going to take over for Dartmouth. They're going to take over to the right-hand side of the goaltender, Robotham. We've got Thomas Cluett with the ball. And that was a good opportunity, far side. Quick stick there, can't catch the number. But then there was a crease violation coming back with Rapids. All right, so our King up top. Just going to swing that. I believe that's Joe Webster with the ball. Kirsten Moffat setting the pick. Sawyer King, fake, over to Kirsten Moffat. And we're 3 on the clock. And that was a reset. Great save, and now we have a rebound goal. I believe I see 77. That'd be Hudson Scape. Let's take a look at the replay. We've got a shot here, just to beat the shot clock by Kirsten Moffat. Rebound comes out, and that is a Rapids goal. That's 1-0 with 13 minutes, 9 seconds to go in the first period. Good hard work goal. Great job to get ahead. Been a bit mucky so far for the Rapids, no flow. Back to a face-off at center. We've got Bungay and Noah Fournette taking the draw. Something happened a little early there, I think. That's a Rapids possession. Bissett starts with the ball. He's got Alshorn to his right. Sawyer King coming across the top, moving in. Riley Bissett driving to the net, pulls out, rethinks it, swings it to Drew Mason. Pick coming here of Kirsten Moffat. He gets free, ball comes back. That's a perfect 2-man game. Shot was off the post, no goal, but that's what they want to try to do to get this game rolling a little better on the offensive side. Real nice 2-man play. Okay, a little bit of pressure out far from the Dartmouth defense. Bissett swings the ball to Mason again. He fakes a shot, rolls back out. Good stick by the defense. If that rolls over, yes, that is a back over call. It's going to be Dartmouth possession. All right, Dartmouth picks the ball up. That's Nola Competri with the ball. There's a righty there. Driving to the net. No, he's thought better. He's going to pull it back out. Bungay's got the ball up top, swings it across to the lefties. And we're going to have a shot there off the boards, hit the back of the net. Picked up by the Rapids. That's a reset. See if we can clear that. And ball's down loose. Good pressure by the Dartmouth Bandits. And Rapids have picked it back up, but they're dangerously close to this 10. Oh, they made it. They made the 10-second to get across half. Now we've got Nate Williams holding up. He's going to give the ball back to Sawyer King. Gonna run around. Oh, yeah, we've got a call coming here. Probably a trip call to the Dartmouth Bandits. That looks like number 15. Looks like that's Austin Galliot. Hope I'm pronouncing your name okay. So we've got St. John Rapids going man up for the first time this game. We've got Drew Mason who's going to start with the ball at center. We've got Sawyer King, Riley Bissett, lefties, and we've got Kirsten Moffat and Joe Webster as the righties down. Joe's down at the crease. Let's see what the Rapids can do here. They've got a bunch of tricks up their sleeve. Mason's going through the middle. There's some creeping. Yes, great job in through to Kirsten Moffat. That was a crease call. There was a save made anyway, but the ball is transitioned down the floor. For those who don't know, every possession, it's the players are given 10 seconds to cross the center line. Once they've crossed in, they cannot be the ones to send it back across. There's a back over call in box across. So typically when the team that is man down is gets in the offensive zone, they usually rag the ball and just try to kill that 30 seconds. Usually that's not the time to go for it and try to score. Offense coming back out for the Rapids. Looks like the same power play is coming back out. That worked well last time. Just if they can get that last shot to finish, let's see what they try this time. I suspect they won't try the same play, but let's take a peek. See what happens. Here we go. Little drag and shot for Drew Mason. I believe that missed the net. No reset. Picked up by 88 Riley Bissett. 2 seconds on the clock. It's another missed reset. So we are going to be Bandits ball, just to the left of the goaltender. We've got Drew Mason who's going to press. Riley Bissett stayed out there to press that pass. See if they can make something happen here. No, good job by the Dartmouth player to get that in the other zone. Can they keep it there? Looks like they're going to kill sometime for sure. Ball's on the ground. Looks like we've got a loose ball interference picked up. Noah Lacombe-Petrie took the shot. There's basically a fast restart in box across. So as soon as you pick it up, it can go again. No one has to wait. And Nate Williams coming down thinks better of it. They believe it's still a power play, but the penalty was not on the board. And so we're just waiting to see how much time is left there. And that power play unit is out for St. John. Drew Mason drags, puts it back to Bissett. Bissett fumbles the ball a little bit there. He's cleared it, missed the shot on a backhand. Not the greatest power play setup this particular time for the boys. They had a good chance early, and then it's kind of faded. Looks like the Dartmouth player seconds away from jumping back out. We'll be back 5-on-5 here shortly. And looks like the Bandits have killed the first power play. All right, we've got Bandits lefty take a shot from top. That was a reset that either hit the post or the goaltender. I couldn't see it from here. Another reset when the ball's picked up again. Up top to Noah Lacombe-Petrie. Shot on net, bouncing. That's a goal. That ball dribbled through after the initial save. That's Noah Lacombe-Petrie with his first of the game. Don't know if there was an assist credited there. We have to check the game sheet afterwards.
Lacombe-Petrie shot on net, bouncing. That's a goal.
Yeah, there you go. It basically hit the goaltender and just dribbled in behind. Tough break for the Rapids, but they're going to have to back their goaltender up. Some guys there are going to have to make sure they're always watching for that. Back in center, we've got Fournette and Bungay face off. Looks like we had, looks like maybe going to redo this one. It might have been a little early. And what happens in the ECJLL is the first break in action after the halfway mark of the periods, the goaltenders are given a water break. And so there is no place in the nets for a water bottle, so They have to give them the chance to get a drink. It's not too warm in the rinks yet, but it won't be long, and dehydration will be an issue, especially if you don't have the opportunity to get a drink. So we've got a 1-1 game here, 9 minutes, 13 seconds to go in the first period. Again, Rapids have won the last 2 outings with Dartmouth. Kind of didn't feel that close for much of the game. There was moments where Dartmouth got back into it, and then it kind of faded away. So let's see if Dartmouth can put together a 3-period game today to try to get the game back. I believe the teams play each other only 3 times in the season, so this will be the final game in regular season, I believe, for these 2 teams. So we'll hope to see some good lacrosse today. Again, 9:13 left in the first period, 1-1 tie. Draws coming back again. And remember, the ball has to leave that round white circle before the players can jump the lines. In minor lacrosse, it's called a little bit closer here. It's a little looser at this level, but still, nonetheless, it's the spirit of the law. Morgan McKinnon with the ball. Rolls down. He's trying to just get rid of that ball so we can get the offense on. Ball's up to Sawyer King. Looks like Morgan's going to stay out there. We got 9 on the clock. Something's got to happen here. Looks like Mason's going to take it, try to get a shot off. Shot on net. That's a reset. High save by the goaltender Horn. And we got some pushing and shoving in front there. Riley Bissett trying to forecheck Barrero there, 27. Ball is thrown deep over the head of the Dartmouth player, so Rapids are coming back on offense. That's Scapelin. Moves the ball up to Nate Williams. Nate's quick. He's going to have a good chance in this game. He seems to find those fast breakaways throughout the game. That's Sawyer King back to Bissett, a little bit ahead of him. And that's a turnover for Dartmouth. Ball, we've got 30 back on the clock. Sawyer King pressing there. Riley Bissett's go. No, they're going to try to get the defense out there. We've got the goal scorer for Dartmouth with the ball now. Lacombe Petrie. We've got Owen Cox with a shot on goal. Whoa, that was off the stick shin guard of Robotham. Little shaky there. Ball into the corner. Loose ball push. Dartmouth gets the ball back. Ball's up top with number 8 on Dartmouth. That's Thomas Cluett. And we've got a break here. That's Brooks for the Rapids. He's going to settle it down. Look for help. Help has come. Let's get things settled back in order. Okay. All right, we get the ball down low. Sawyer King. Sawyer's going to try to get through. Tight. Good defense there by the Dartmouth Bandits. He's still got the ball there at the shooter position across to Mason. Pick coming for Kirsten Moffat to try to free up Drew Mason. Over to Ben Alshore. We got 6 on the clock. Something's got to happen. Shot by Kirsten Moffat. Rebound to Alshore. Another shot on goal. Rapids are buzzing around the net, which is a good sign. Ball cleared by the Bandits. Thrown back to Bungay in center. That's a long pass, drifted into the corner. Ethan Robotham, the goaltender for the Rapids, plays that out to Kenny McIntyre. And again, 10 seconds to get over half. We've got Scapelin to Williams to Bissett. Bissett's probably going to roll. Wait till things set up a little more. He's got a one-on-one there. Sidestep, shot, missed the net. Just a little off to the left-hand side. Rebound picked up again. 9-8 on the clock. Got a shot. Okay, that's another shot on net. Reset into the goaltender's stick. Stays with the Bandits. Rapids right on the doorstep, though. They had their first goal that way, and they're trying to get another one. Barrero clears to half. Pressure coming. Don't have a good record of shots on goal. I'll get those for you between periods. Seems fairly even so far, but I think scoring quality chances are probably more to the Rapids right now. That's we've had shot clock violation turned over to the Rapids. We have Anders Grant that got that into Drew Mason's stick. Across to Bissett. Got all 5 offense out for Rapids. We've got a pick coming from Sawyer King. Swung it to Kirsten Moffat. Okay, Moffat slips, gets a shot off right on net. We've got a rebound that's out there, still up for grabs, still loose. Still loose. Nope, Dartmouth have picked that up. They're making a run for it. Good play by Sawyer King in reverse transition to knock that down. And here come the Rapids. We've got, I believe that's Hudson Scaplin, bringing the ball up. He's going to swing that. Oh, good chance. Missed shot on net, but still a good chance. Ball's out of bounds. That's going to be Dartmouth ball. And there was a second ball on the floor. It got thrown back onto the floor by a fan, which is always welcomed. But we had to pick another ball up, back in the pocket of the referee, Matt Kukla, and Dartmouth is headed down the floor. Got some pressure from Morgan McKinnon. Dartmouth transitions. Everything looks pretty clean. To Bungay. We've got that in the hands of, couldn't see the number there. We've got 8. Another sort of tough pass through there. Big shot by Bungay. I don't know if the goalie was expecting that, but we've got a reset. So that's still Dartmouth ball. Some hacking and whacking there. Let's see if there's a call. I think we've got a loose ball push, which means it stays Dartmouth with a new 30. Ball's in the corner. That's picked up by the Rapids. Uncontested. Looks like they're going to get down the floor. Heath Sinding. Okay, that's over to Drew Mason. We got Scaitlin sled there. Still need some more offense out there. We're missing a player, I think. No, we're good now. There's 5. We got King, Moffat over to Webster, to Mason. We got 3 seconds on the clock. Not a good possession for the Rapids. No real direction there. They get out a little slow. And we have somehow, I don't know if there was a push or a slip there. It was because ball stayed Rapids. I thought that was a shot clock violation, but there might have been a loose push when the player fell there. Mason to Webster to Moffat. Swing across to Bissett. Bissett's going to drive to the net. He's got his defenseman beat, and that's a shot on net, saved by the goaltender Horn. Picked up by the Bandits. Pressure's there. Bissett and King have the player pinned, and he gets a cross half. He just made that there. Just getting close to the 10-second mark. Pass made. We're saying no back over because that was tipped by a Rapid stick. Nonetheless, no shot clock reset, so we're down to 12 seconds for the Bandits. Fired off the bench side, way too high pass, picked up by the Rapids. Good stick check there by number 6. That's Ethan Firth on the Bandits to send the Rapids back into their own end. 22 seconds left, see what they can do here on this shortened possession. Bissett with the ball. See what he does with his defender here. That's off the clock, sidestep in. Goaltender made the save with his toe. Picked up back by the Bandits. And 88 is transitioning down the floor. That's Landon Basso. And we've got number 8, Thomas Pluitt with the ball. He's trying to buy himself some time to get rid of that, and he has. And that's swung across to Chris Bungay, who's faked the shot, dropped it back to number 8. That should be Pluitt. Shot, missed the net. That's going to be a back over. That's going to be a Rapids ball. So that's going to end up in the corner there. Rapids can basically pick that up and go as soon as it's whistled in. No need to wait for a particular defensive team to get on, or offense for that matter. And a quick restart's a big part of this game to keep it moving. Al Shorn drives to the net. Al Shorn, normally a defensive player, filling in today with for some missing players. Bissett there on the left-hand side, gets in the middle, shot on net, another toe save by the goaltender. Looks like the Rapids are going to pick it up again. Reset. That's a Webster to crease Al Shorn. That's no shot on goal, but it is a crease violation. It was a good attempt at a backside quick stick, no luck. We've got the ball coming up the floor with Austin Galliot. Oh, sorry, that might have been Noah Lecombe-Petrie. And we have the ball over there with Trainer McCullough. Okay, that's, let's see where the lefty's got the ball. It's a shot by number 11, missed the net low. That may have been out of bounds. Looks like I may be off the bench of the Rapids. So that is a turnover, going to be Rapids ball. It's 1:23 left in the first period, 1-1 game. And that's a fresh reset for the Rapids. Drew Mason across to Sawyer King, who pulls around. And crease dive, they scored the goal, but there was a crease call. So in box lacrosse, you cannot break the plane of the crease. So unlike field lacrosse, where you can jump in the air into the crease, you cannot do this. It's kind of like an invisible cylinder in box lacrosse that you cannot break with your feet or mainly your feet on a crease dive per se. So I think that's what happened there. Bandits back down the floor. Shot tipped off a defender's stick. Good stick back in the Rapids possession. Long pass trying for Nate Williams, a little bit too far. Nate's got it, passes it out. Oh, good stick by the D there. Picked up. That was Trainer McCullough with a big stop there. That was going to be a real clear break for the Rapids. Bungay one-on-one here across the front. Doesn't get what he wants, pulls it out. That's back down in the corner to Noah Lacombe-Petrie. And that's a crease. And it's a shot by Bungay. Don't know if that hit a leg, but it went into the corner. Got 5 seconds on the clock for the Bandits. Another pass across, shot from way out, off the Robothan's pads, a reset, picked up by the Bandits. Another shot, I think that was blocked by the defense there. Brooks, we got a penalty coming for the Rapids. And failed defensive play there by the Rapids. You can't give Chris Bungay a chance like that in front of the net. We've got a penalty coming in here, I believe, to the Rapids. Not sure which player yet. The penalty has ended, but I believe there is a penalty being called at the end of that period. It was during the play. We'll pick that up when we start the second to put that on the board. I believe that's what the arm was raised by Stephen Shaughnessy. I haven't seen it called to the bench yet, so I will wait to see when that happens, if it happens. Yes, we have a slash call coming, so the Dartmouth Bandits are going to start the second period on a 2-man advantage. We've got a break here now. It's about a 10-minute break, about 9.5 minutes left. We're going to have an interview with some discussions about 2026 Founders Cup. So we will pause for a moment and get back to that. Sound good? Okay. Should we hear each other? No, you're off though. Okay. All right, so you can hear me okay? All right, we're back here for just a little break. We're just going to do a few minutes here to fill some time while the teams are resting up. I've got a special guest with me, Bruce Logan, and Bruce was the chair of the bid committee for the St. John Rapids to host the 2026 Junior B National Championships, which are called the Founders Cup. Bruce had played with New Brunswick at the 77 Canada Games, which I believe were in St. John's, Newfoundland. Awesome tie-in because of course, in August, Canada Games is headed back to St. John's, and fortunately, lacrosse has been added back for that. And he also played in the 1978 Founders Cup, which I believe was in Montreal, Quebec. And St. John's were, the St. John Rapids were successful in winning the bid to host the 2026 Founders Cup. So, Bruce, welcome. Firstly, get you to tell us a little bit about the process, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the tournament.
Okay, well, thanks, Brad. Happy to be here. Well, I know a couple of the parents on the Rapids, and last summer I got a call out of the blue from one of the parents, Chris Williams, and he said, Bruce, I just had to share this with you. St. John just beat the BC Victoria Shamrocks. Iconic team. Even when I played, this team was iconic.
Absolutely.
So when he told me that, I was just blown away. And he said, listen, I've been talking to a couple of the other parents here, and we're thinking we'd like to put a bid in for the 26 Founders. I said, I'd love to be involved with that. So that's where it kind of was born in Hamilton last year at the Founders. And we just took it from there. We built out our bid package. The Lacrosse Canada's SAGM was in Fredericton this year, and we presented it at that. We were up against the Green Gaels, another iconic team from Clarington, and we won the bid. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, we were just thrilled about it. I think we got a really strong package to put together for this 26 Founders. I think the athletes, the parents, anyone coming to see it is going to be really impressed with St. John in general and with our organization. Yeah,
it's a bit of a unique situation here where across the country, teams that are playing Junior B lacrosse, especially let's say in Ontario, they have to compete and win the provincial championships to be able to attend a Founders Cup. And so that's obviously a tall ask in most provinces, where here in New Brunswick there is the St. John Rapids. So we have a unique opportunity to be able to participate in the Founders Cup. Basically, if players, coaches, and parents are willing to kind of make that trek. So last year they participated in Hamilton, and this year they head out to Calgary for the games, for the tournament. So that's very exciting news. So tell me a little bit more about what will the players and families expect? Where will they be playing? What are some of the attractions here in St. John that'll make this such a great tournament?
Well, we here in St. John, for anyone who's not familiar with it, we have what's called the Inside Connection in our uptown, and it connects pretty much half of the whole uptown of St. John indoors. So our host hotel is going to be the Delta, which is right on King Street in uptown St. John. And it connects inside to the TD station, which is going to be our playing facility. It connects to the Canada Games Aquatic Center. It connects to all the restaurants and bars in the uptown core. So it's a really fabulous venue because once the players and families arrive, unless they wanted to go on sightseeing tours or whatnot, they really have no need for transportation because it's all connected and close by. So that's one of the biggest benefits to this tournament. Secondly, we've secured a floor, artificial turf, so the players will be playing on what they see on TV with the NLL. So that's pretty exciting. For the players, we've also secured facilities in TD Station so that they can keep their equipment there, so they don't have to drag their equipment back and forth to their accommodations. It
sounds terrific.
Yeah, we're going to put a package together as well for any parents and spectators traveling from out of province. so that they'll have access to any of the tourism in the great St. John area with the Bay of Fundy right on our doorstep.
Yeah, that's great, and no doubt we'll be looking. The tournament will be looking for sponsorships to meet some of the requirements of the tournament. So there's some great opportunities that will be online later throughout this summer as we prepare for next year's event. To get involved with sponsoring players and streaming services and all kinds of great parts of the tournament. Now, we're about a minute out from getting this second period underway. Any last thoughts before we head back to the game?
I'm watching this team, and my brother and I were at the last home game with this team, the St. John Rapids. And, my brother and I played for the provincial team for a number of years. Went to a few Founders Cups. Each of us did. He went to the 73 Canada Games. I was in the 77 Canada Games. The one thing that struck me last week watching this team, the game has progressed so much. This team would have handed it to us in spades. It's progressed. It's great fun. It's great excitement. I just hope the spectators come out to see what a fabulous game this is.
Yeah, terrific. Well, thanks for joining us, Bruce.
My pleasure,
and,
Brad.
we look forward to getting more information from the Rapids organization about how to get involved next year. And thanks so much for all the hard work you've put into getting it this far.
Good stuff.
Good.
Thanks. Cheers.
Thank you. All right, we're back. Hudson Scaplin for the Rapids taking on Chris Bungie for the draw. We're starting the second period. Rapids are man down. They're 2-minute penalty for a slash late in the first period. So penalty happened during the play, so there was still a face-off. Rapids have won that draw. Must have been some sort of violation. And Dartmouth is getting its power play unit out there. We've got Trainer McCullough here on the close side. Up top to Noah Lacombe-Petrie. Down to number 6. That's Ethan Firth. Ethan Firth across the top. That was a shot clock violation. Not a great start for the Dartmouth Bandits on that power play. We've got a 2-on-1 shaping up here. Oh, it kept it. Hudson Scaplin, shorthanded, takes that to the goal, puts it in. Boom goes the dynamite. Beautiful goal.
Hudson
See if we can't see a replay here. Oh, we just missed that one on the replay.
Takes that to the goal, puts it in.
So we've got a 2-1 game, still man down for the Rapids. Shorthanded goal always helps. Those are ones you don't really depend on, but when they happen, it's such a bonus. Ben Alshorn in the face-off dot against Bungay. Bungay been in the league a long time. His last year, I believe this year, been a force in every year, played on all kinds of Team Nova Scotia box and field teams, and great competitor. And also a good, I can see him talking to the other players out there that he competes against. He seems like a real good guy and put a lot into this league over his 4 or 5 years that he's played. He would have played on Canada Games in Nova Scotia back in 2022 as well. So we've got missed first shot there, 7 on the clock. We've got that ball, well, no, it's gone up top, and that, no shot. That was off the boards. Oh, no, that must have hit post, sorry. And so that went post out of bounds. That stays Dartmouth. Noah Lacombe-Petrie up top. And I believe that's number 8 on the far side. That's Thomas Cluett. We're down low. Oh, good inside pass there. A ball saved by Ethan Robotham. Ball's cleared up. Ben Alshorn makes the halfway mark safely. He's going to try to kill 30 seconds here. There's 19 left on the penalty. So if everything goes as planned, the Rapids will kill this penalty with this possession and possibly get a shot at the last 10 seconds to go. No, it looks like it's we're just going to get out of that penalty, and ball's coming back Dartmouth way. It's Ben Barrero going to cross half. Okay, that's over to the righty Bungay, number 8 there. Cluett's trying to set a pick across. Noah Lacombe-Petrie there, 3 of them. Across to Trainer McCullough. He's going to dodge. A little bit of a twister there on net. Ethan Robotham up for the challenge. We are 5-on-5. Ball's passed up. Very tough pass there off the glass. Rapids recover. Still lost a couple seconds there on bobbling the ball. We got to get the offense out there. Bissett back over to Moffat. Cross to Drew Mason. He's going to drag. See if he's going to go to the net and a shot. A little bit high. Might have got it touched by the stick there by the defender. We've got Sawyer King battling there. Dartmouth picked up the ball there, so that's a reset. Barrero coming up with the ball across his half. Defense getting out. These afternoon games, that might be a little tough on these kids. They seem a little sluggish. Transition seemed a bit slow. That's for both teams. Ball swings. Twister shot. Looks like Robotham has got that one in his pads. That's out. Good stop there. I'll have to track down the shot counter here in a moment. Okay, we've got Hudson Scaplin. Flips the ball to Kirsten Moffat. And we've got Joe Webster down low. Nope, no, that was Kenny McIntyre. Sawyer King was taken to the ground there and low in the net. Shot by Bissett. Picked up by the Bandits. That's a fresh 30. Ball was thrown away. There was a chance there. There was an open chance. If that ball had gotten to Landon Basso, they would have had a real good scoring opportunity. All right, Rapids seem to see if they can get things settled down here. That's just a terrible play right there. I don't think they either communicated what was happening. Defense passed the ball to someone who wasn't waiting for it or looking for it and turned over. Not a real clean game on either side yet. Well, perhaps it's this mid-afternoon sort of game. They just long drive. I don't know. They just seem a little sort of off. Okay, we've got a ball loose there in the corner. Ends up in the goaltender's stick. Robotham's going to pass it up. He's looking for a pass. There's hard pressure there by the Bandits. Got to move it. You only got 10 seconds, and they threw it away. Let's see what happens here. That was another sloppy transition for the St. John Rapids. We've got a loose ball push, I believe, and it's going to go Bandits. .22 left in the second period. It's 2-1 Rapids game. No one seems to want to win this one yet. Bungay up top, flips it down, missed pass into the corner. Picked up again by the Rapids, 13 on the shot clock. We've got a backdoor pass. It looks like a crease violation, and ball's going to go back Rapids once that gets picked up. Ball's blown in. That's a fresh clock. Morgan McKinnon to Sawyer King, who snipes a beautiful goal. Attaboy Sawyer. Fakes far side, goes short side, I believe.
That's fresh
See, we've
clock.
got here Morgan McKinnon.
Morgan McKinnon to Sawyer King. Who snipes
goes close
a
side
beautiful
over the
goal.
shoulder of the goaltender. That's a
Attaboy.
3-1 lead for the St. John Rapids. They needed that spark to get going. Let's see what they can do with the 15 minutes remaining in the second period. That was player inside of that neutral zone when the ball was blown in, so that turns over to the Bandits. That was a big swinging shot there. That's a back over, out of bounds. That's still going to be St. John's ball. It's a shot by Nate Williams on goal. Saved by Horn, picked up by the Bandits. They're looking to transition. Covered well by the Bandits, or by the Rapids, and they put a lot of pressure on there. Remember, they got 10 seconds, and it doesn't look like they're going to get it. Rapids picked the ball up, so we've got to reset. I don't see the reset call there yet. Yeah, it looks like Rapids reset, then they dropped it, and then the Bandits picked it up again. We've got a call coming here on the Rapids. Not sure that was I thought that was a little light. Perhaps on the back. Maybe a little disadvantage on that cross check. Let's see who's getting that one. That looks like Adam Brooks trying to get in the wrong penalty box there. Other side there, Brooksy. Let's go 2 minutes cross check. That's going to be Dartmouth Bandits at the top. Chris Bungay is going to get this one started. Ball's in play. We've got McCullough. That's picked off by the Rapids. That's Heath Sinding. He's going to go for it. The big man, 23, is in close. Gets a good shot on goal. That nice big juicy rebound might get picked up by the Rapids here. Let's see. That's a loose ball, so anybody who picks it up gets a fresh 30. Okay, Barrero picks that one up for the Bandits. They're going to settle things down. We've got McCullough with the ball up top. He passes down to Firth. Firth to Lacombe Petrie, back to McCullough, into the corner again to Bungay. That's a missed shot, and that bounced out. That's going to go Rapids ball. 1 minute, 9 seconds left on the penalty. 13 minutes, 21 seconds left in the second period. 3-1 Rapids. We got Morgan McKinnon. Morgan bringing it in. He's looking for help. Webster's there. Let's see what happens. He's going to dump that off. And, well, actually, no, we're still killing, so penalty. So it's he's going to rag that, see if they can't get something happen in the last 10 seconds or so, but otherwise we just need the clock to tick down. Pressure coming. Bissett's over there to help. Let's see what happens. I think we're just going to hold on. It's 5 seconds, 4, 3, and he shoots it on net. Hey, that's a reset, but Bandits pick that up with 36 seconds left on the penalty. 12 minutes, 40 seconds left in the period. Trainer McCullough with the ball up top. We've got Noah Gibson at the crease. We've got Ethan Firth there with the ball. Shot over the shoulder there. Good stop by Robotham. We've got 5 seconds to get out of the crease. We got 10 seconds to get over half. And there's 13 left in the penalty. Nate Williams up there. He's going to settle it down. He makes a quick stick. Oh, picked off by the defender for the Bandits. And they've got some numbers here if they can run quick. That was a shot by Barrero, missed on the right-hand side. Still most of the defense out there for the Bandits. They're going to think twice about that. Get their offense back out. We've got Lacombe Petrie there, lefty. Wait, here comes a pick for him. He is going to dodge out, backflip up there. That is in the goal. That was misplay by the defense and the goaltender. Bounced over his head. And just really unfortunate for the St. John Rapids.
Backflip
That's
up
a 3-2
there.
game.
That is
11:50 left in the second period.
The goal.
They'll want to get that one back.
That was misplay by the.
Looks like Kirsten Moffat may be taking the draw this time against Bungay. Got Sawyer King on the offensive side. There is a 5-on-5 setup now. There is no penalized player right now. 3-2 Rapids. Second period. Draw cleanly won by the Bandits. Barrero picks it up. Looks like he was stripped. Adam Brooks picks that up. He's going to bring it in. Pressure is on. He takes it to the corner, possibly try to get it around that net. Get something set up. He's got a little more space now. Up top to Bissett. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Some picks across. Bissett shoots. That's deflected by a defender's stick, I believe. Loose ball. Still Rapids clock. There's been no reset. There's 7 left. They've got oh, there was a whistle. We've got too many men Rapids, so Bandits take over. 30 seconds back on the clock. We've got that transitioned in. Ball's down in the corner. Bandits control it. Swung across to McCullough, back to Lacombe Petrie. And a bouncing shot off the glass. That's going to be back over Rapids ball. So that's got a reset in the corner. That's why that didn't get started. You have to be a certain distance away from the goaltender. That's swung across by Scapelin to Sawyer King, who's going to fake that shot. He's going to come across the top. Pass to Webster, Mason, excuse me. Loose ball on the floor there. Still Rapids clock. No reset, 16 seconds left. Over to Bissett. We've got King there. Sets a pick for him. Nice two-man game. King to Bissett. Missed shot. That's going to be back over. So we're going to have a Bandits ball down in the corner, outside. Oh, no, that wasn't. They didn't. There must have been a tip there. There was no back over call. I thought it was being signaled. So Rapids ball, and that's a face dodge, big shot, big rebound. There's a penalty coming to the Bandits. So they're going to set that up. That's a quick stick on the far side by Nate Williams. Bandits pick it up. We've got a call coming here for the Bandits. We got a slash call, 2 minutes. Let's see what the Rapids power play can do here. Believe that's Chase Crooks with a 2-minute slash. On the power play here, we've got Joe Webster, we've got Kirsten Moffat, Sawyer King, Riley Bissett, and Drew Mason's at center, number 12. 30 seconds started. There's 10 minutes left in the second period. 3-2 Rapids. Swing the ball around. See what they've got set up here. The Rapids have lots of power plays. It's a drop to Moffat, nothing there. And then we've got over to King, and that's perfectly planned. The Bandits defense forgot about Webster. He trotted behind the net. When we watch this replay, he was wide open. That's not the guy to leave there. Here we go. Let's watch this replay.
Over to King,
Sawyer King to Drew Mason, just like they do on practice.
The Bandits
Great
defense
play.
forgot
That
about
extends the lead
Webster.
4-2 for the Rapids. That takes out the penalty. We'll be back to 5-on-5 lacrosse. We've got Noah Fournette at the draw. Riley Bissett on the offensive side of the floor. We've got Al Shorn, Sinding, and I think McKinnon on that far side. Picks it up. It's a 3-on-2. We've got numbers. Can we take advantage of it? And that's a big shot by McKinnon. Off the goaltender. It's picked up by McKinnon again. Great play. Nice fast break there. Goaltender playing well. Got Sawyer King behind the net. He brings that out to Mason. Around to Webster. Webster to King again. Fake shot. Gets it into Mason close. Great save by the goaltender. Looks like it almost been an attempt fought by Al Shorn. That's a reset. And Landon Basso is going to clear that. Landon Basso, one of the grade 12 students graduating in the next few weeks, along with Matthew Walker, Carter McNeil, and maybe Mason McLean for the Bandits. We've also got Riley Bissett, Sawyer King, Ian Casey, Ian Robotham, and Kenny McIntyre graduating high school in the next week. Exciting time for the families. Looks like we've got our TV timeout, which we're referring to the after half of period water break for the goaltenders. We've got 8:54 in the second period remaining. It's a 4-2 game for the St. John Rapids. Some good discipline by both teams so far this game. Very few penalties, which is great to see. Nice to let the players play. Been nothing mean-spirited or dirty. It's been a nice, clean lacrosse game. So that break is coming to an end here. We've got sponsors for the games from the St. John areas, Downey Ford and Production X Atlantic. Let's not forget the awesome sponsorship by Sports Wheels in Sackville for all your lacrosse needs. Go see Jamie. If he's not catching bass today, he's watching this game. If you go to Jamie and he doesn't have what you need, you probably don't need it at all. He's been great, and Sackville Sports Wheels has been one of those places that is always focused on some real, true lacrosse equipment, specialized gears that the players want. And online or in store, go see Jamie or anybody at the Sports Wheels team. So we've got a little bit of a turnover there by the Rapids, which was then picked up by the Bandits, which then turned over back to Rapids. So back and forth, a little bit of a tennis match here. Balls from Scaplin down to Bissett. Bissett down to, I believe that's Al Shorn. Up top with Mason right now. Webster comes up to try to set a pick. Doesn't quite free up what they want. 5 seconds on the clock. Something's got to happen. 3 seconds. Beautiful shot by Drew Mason. Caught the arm of the goaltender Horn. Believe it might be stuck in his equipment. He's looking at the ref. Ref's looking at him. And they're having a discussion about when that should be whistled or not. Big play there on defense by the Rapids. That was number 10. That's Ian Casey. He stopped that guy in his tracks, 23. That's a 10-second count. Big play by Ian Casey. Ball's over to Kirsten Moffat. They're getting their offense out. Moffat's there. He's got an ISO with 23. It swings it over to Bissett. Bissett's got McKinnon there. We're looking to help. Help comes. McKinnon gets the ball back. He's going to make that way across the top. Little shot there low. Nice stop by the goaltender, Horn. Fresh 30 for the Bandits. And that's a long bomb. Tricky bounce. We've got Carter McNeil with the ball here. He's transitioned in. He's looking to move it off. 19 gets the ball down to Noah Lacombe-Petrie, who's to the right hand of the goaltender. He opts to hang out, not make that charge at the net. And he swings it to number 6. Nice low shot. That's on the crease. Loose. Good job, Rapids defense, to keep that one out. It's Kenny Mack back there. And he transitions that ball down the floor. Offense is getting on. Nate Williams comes across the top. He swings it for Joe Webster. Webster back to McIntyre, to King, to Bissett. Bissett's got an ISO there. No, he can't get past him. He's going to swing it up. No, he's still going to try to find some space. 8 seconds left on the shot. McIntyre gets a nice shot on net, picked up by Landon Basso. Basso's going to get the ball down the floor. Webster's going to stick. That's Kirsten Moffat's going to stick with him. Basso gets past him. Big stop by Ethan Robothan. Looks like we've got a penalty coming here to the Rapids. We've got a hold on that play. That fast break from Basso drew a penalty. We've got Kirsten Moffat's 2 minutes for a hold. We've got 6 minutes, 14 seconds left in the second period. 4-2 game for Rapids so far. Trainer McCullough's going to start with the ball at center. That ball's down to Ethan Firth, back to McCullough, back to Firth. And that's a big shot, right in the guts of Robothan. He's got to move that. He's got 5 seconds. He's got 10 seconds to get across half. He just bombs up. Good pickup. Good pickup. He's got to get across half. That's number 4 for Anders Grant, excuse me. He's going to hold the ball. Again, Rapids are killing. There's a minute 35 left in the penalty. So they're just looking to hold on here. Maybe a shot, maybe try something with a few seconds left. But the offense is pulling off, and the defense is coming out. That's rolled into the corner. Good kill for the St. John Rapids. All the defense are out and set. That's exactly how you want to do it. Got McCullough coming across half. We've got Firth to his right. Lacombe-Petrie to his left. We've got Bungay down low to the right of the goaltender. Bungay to Lacombe-Petrie to McCullough. McCullough's going to shoot it through. That's a miss. That miss, that's going to go back across. That is a back over. That's a good sign for the Rapids. 49 seconds left in the penalty against the St. John Rapids. Ball is going to be reset down in the far corner. And this will hopefully take most of that penalty off before the Rapids lose possession of the ball. That's King down to Bissett. Bissett's going to try to kill some time. Brooks is hanging around, try to set a pick, try to free up some space. That's Barrero and Bissett there one-on-one. See if we just kill time or if we actually make a move at the net. He's going to go behind the net. Good job. Nice and safe. We want to kill the time. That's a shot on goal and a reset. Good attempt out of those last few seconds left. That's Barrero clearing the ball. Over to McCullough off the bench. They're going to get that offense out there. McCullough had a nice shot on goal last possession on this power play. 7 seconds left in the Rapids penalty. Down to Bungay. Across, quick stick was there. Couldn't pull it off. Back to McCullough. McCullough's thinking about it. Now behind the back pass. The ball's on the ground. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Ball comes out to Lacombe-Petrie. That's a reset. That hit the goaltender, and that is, see that we're still loose. That is picked up by Morgan McKinnon. He's going to transition easily down the floor. We're going to get this set up. That's Mason He's got the ball. He's got some action in front of him. See if he can shoot over top of it. That's off the goaltender's shoulder into the Bandit stick. He threw it away into a crowd, and that's back in the hands of Mason. Mason to Moffat. Mason to King. 19 on the clock. King is going to back shovel pass that one back. That got away from McKinnon, and that is a back over. So we've got a 5-on-5 playing field here right now. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in the period. Second period, 4-2 Rapids. Bandits are going to pick the ball up in the corner. That's McCullough. We've got Anders Grant in front of him there. Noah Fournette there on the ball hard. And that is picked up. I believe that's Hudson Scaplin. Ball knocked loose temporarily. Still got it. Picked it up. 25 seconds on the clock. That's down to Nate Williams. We got Riley Bissett off the bench. And he dekes and dodges. And he's a twister. No. They called crease. No goal. That's a Bandits ball. Bandits ball. Coming back this way. Fresh reset.
That's down to Nate Williams. We got Riley Bissett
off
the bench.
That's a moving pick there.
And
ball's going to come back to the Rapids.
And he's a
big hit along the boards there. Basically, I know it looks like everybody's moving all the time in front of the net, but when the defender is chasing the ball carrier, you can't just body check the person out of the way. Quick stick over there. I didn't see the goal scorer. Let's see who that was. That was
space in
that
the
was
ball
Hudson
carrier. You can't just
that was a
body
beautiful
check the
quick
person
stick
out of
from
the way.
normally a
Quick
transition
stick
guy.
over there.
So that was Mason to
didn't see the
Scaplin.
goal.
I'll get the official on that in a second. That's a nice play. So we've got a 5-2 game, 2:45 left in the second. Draw is at center, picked up by the Rapids into a crowd for Anders Grant. He's going to challenge the net. No, he's going to think twice about that. He's going to back out. And I don't have access to the shots so far. Hopefully I can track that down in between periods, try to get a little information. That ball was mishandled there in front. Dartmouth transitions down the floor. That's Basso again. Last possession, he drew a penalty and had a real good scoring opportunity. So he's came to play. That was a shot into the cage of the Dartmouth player. Numbers for Rapids. We've got a delayed penalty against Bandits. I believe it's going to be a slashing call. Let's see what happens. See if we can do anything with no, we threw it away. No good. So we've got a Bandits penalty coming. We've got a Rapids power play starting up. 2 minutes exactly left in the second period. So we're going to have a man-up situation for the Rapids for 2 minutes or less. That's a slash call. Haven't seen the player come to the box yet for the Bandits. I don't think they know who it is. I don't know if maybe either the officials didn't get the number or forgot the number, or player is nobody wants to own up to it. There we go. We got someone say that was me. That was me. Steve says that was you. Maybe. All right. What do we got here? We've got. I think that might have, no, that was number 11's in there. That's Owen Cox who's taken the 2-minute slash. Not sure if he really did the slash, but either way, Bandits are down a man. We've got 2 minutes left in the period, 19 on the shot clock. Here we go. They've got a to the crease play. Another crease call on Bissett to call back and goal. That's 2 called back goals on Bissett's for crease calls this period. Ball transition down the floor by the Bandits. They're going to want to just kill this time. And they threw it by accident. They threw it actually right into their own bench. So Scaplin's going to pick that up. We're going to get started again. A minute 30 left in the penalty. And the exact time, minute 30 left in the power play. It's a 5-2 game for the Rapids in the second period. Let's see what they get up to this time. That was a real nice play last time. It was a backdoor to Bissett, number 88. And let's see which one they call this time. Mason to Bissett playing some catch. There's a drag to Moffat across to King, who cut through. Beautiful save. Real nice executed play. Even though that ball bounced back over, that was off the goaltender. That is not a back over. And reset is called. We've got 54 seconds left in the period. Moffett brings it up. Drew Mason's going to set it up, and they're going to set another play. We've got lots of time here, 46 seconds. That's across Moffett, and he just takes a low drag, shoots. Bissett behind the back, misses the net, and that ball is loose, picked up by Bungay, and Bungay's to the races with Bissett. Bissett's going to catch him. Let's see what happens here, and that's a shot, missed to the net. No penalty called, I don't believe, so Rapids got away with one there. Not only a real good scoring chance, or possibly a call, and that's back. King fakes a shot. That's over to Moffett. Moffett back to Mason. Mason holds it. King fakes it back corner to Webster. Bandits had it in their stick. Ball's dropped. We've got 8 seconds left in the period, and that's going to bounce out to Mason with 3.5 seconds. And that's a quick stick to King. That's a miss. That's the end of the period. It's going to finish 5-2. When we come back here in a few minutes, we're going to have a chat with Noah Webster. And he has made the transition from MVP of this league player to coach on the St. John Rapids. We'll be back in a minute. here between the second and third period. I've got Noah Webster with me, who is former league all-star for sure. Last year finished with at least 76 points in the regular season and 41 points in the postseason. He's been a force in this league for a long time, and his brother Joe is out there on the current St. John Rapids team. His father is manager of the team. But what we're really here to talk to him about today is, first of all, welcome, Noah.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the game so far. What do you see and what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think the first period a little slow. We were just getting under ourselves, maintaining a little bit, and in that second period I thought we came out firing, you know. Our offense really started to click there. We were getting to the middle a little more, swinging the ball, which is really opening things up for us.
Cool, great. Yeah, no, it's definitely a better second period. First period for both teams was kind of slow, little sluggish. I was kind of complaining that maybe it's an afternoon game is tougher for them than an evening game. So you made this transition from league all-star to coach. What do you think? How's it going? What do you like about it?
Yeah.
What do you miss?
It's different for sure. Definitely miss being out there with the boys. There's nothing quite like that. Happy to still be part of the team, you know, like helping out where I can, giving some pointers. You know, I think I see the game well, and just I understand now, like from a coach's perspective, like how you can help out, which is really cool. I never really saw that before, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's great. I know that coaching, it can have such a big impact on the development of a player. And I know that some of the coaches, I mean, just to go through the coaches that are on the Rapids bench, head coach is Chris Burgess. We've got Adam Gallup, we've got Noah, of course, and we've got Evan Richfield working with the goaltenders. They take this job serious. They do film, they assign roles to all the players before the practices. Everybody knows what their roles and responsibilities are. And I've seen the players develop so much quicker than I would have expected because of the time they put into it. So we've had Rapids, I think, made the playoffs or the finals for the last few years. Do you think this might be the year where they can kind of put that nail in the coffin? Do you think this is the type of team that can do that?
Yeah, for sure. I think this team that we've had, the core has been here for 3 years now, and if this isn't the year, I don't know when it will be. It's great to see, like, all these guys work so hard, and I've seen it for 3 years now, and I can't wait to hopefully get back there and finally do it.
It is a bit of a unique situation. We were talking a little bit about Founders Cup and how this team will travel to the Founders Cup this year as they did last year. But it's unique in the sense that they can prepare knowing they're already attending. Whereas pretty much anywhere else, Nova Scotia uses the privateers system where it's a bit of an all-star team, and in other provinces you have to win your way there so you don't even know that you're going. And it's very, very difficult to attend. So it's a bit of a unique thing. Tell me a little bit about Founders last year.
Yeah, it was a very cool experience. Super cool to see what that's like because, I mean, I've been to nationals before, but the juniors it's awesome, like the whole thing. A lot of fun, and we really put our names on the map there, I think, when we came out and beat who was ranked top 2 at least, and we came out first game and beat them, and I think we shocked the whole lacrosse world there. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't make it to the tournament. I was home, and I kind of couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I thought, when's this going to turn and kind of go the other way? So we had Bruce Logan on earlier, and he was talking about the 2026 Founders Cup, which will be here, of course. And just a great setup for the Rapids to be able to attend for 2 years in a row and then get to host basically in their backyard. I mean, that's just so motivating for the players.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Any final words before you head back to get ready for the third period?
No, should be a good one. Stay tuned.
Great. Well, thanks so much. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you very much.
Great. Take care. Yeah. Okay, great. We're just minute 20 seconds left before we get back into the third period. It is 5-2 St. John Rapids. So I was able to track down some stats on the website here. So I'm just going to run down through the scoring summary. We had, in the first period, we had first goal for St. John Rapids scored by number 77, Hudson Scapelin. First Bandit goal was scored by 99, Noah Lacombe-Petrie, and assist by trainer McCullough. Second period, Rapids scored 4. First one shorthanded by Hudson Scapelin. Second one's by Sawyer King from Morgan McKinnon and Noah Fournette, and followed by a Bandits goal by number 99, Noah Lacombe-Petrie. Third of the period was Drew Mason. Fourth of the period for Rapids, Hudson Scapelin. So we've got Scapelin with a hat trick today, and looking for more here in the third period. Shots so far, we have 36 for the St. John Rapids, and we have 22 for the Dartmouth Bandits. Rapids have outshot the Dartmouth Bandits in both periods so far. We're underway in the third period. No penalties on the board, so we are 5-on-5 lacrosse. We've got McKinnon over to Alshorn. It's going to go over to Mason, and offense is going to get set up. That's Bissett. Swings it to Mason. Webster helping out, try to get Mason freed up. Back to Webster, just a little loose on the short side. That is still bouncing. That's picked up by the Bandits. 88, Landon Basso gets it across half. He puts it off, dumps it to trainer McCullough, I believe. And he's going to keep it. He's going to take it deep. They're going to swing things around here. Looking far side. Nope, kept it. Oh, there was a miscue there on the Bandits. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. That is a shot from outside. Big rebound. That's back out into the Bandits' stick. That's a fresh 30. Noah Lacombe-Petrie shot. Big save by Robotham. Well, Bandits come out firing here in the third. First minute of play, they're controlling and getting some good scoring chances. Real tricky bounce shot there, just missed by a few inches. That was Owen Cox. Oh, we've got Rapids back, getting their offense out. One more to come. We've got Mason. Mason still holding there, over to Bissett. We've got 15 on the shot clock. They've got to get themselves organized there. That's a dodge to the center. Roll back and a shot too high. That's not going to reset any clock. Rapids still maintain possession. Flip towards the goaltender, and that is a time clock violation. Bandits ball. We've got Gregor Beach brings the ball over half, flips that down to Bungay. Bungay to Cluett. Cluett shot just missed. Actually, it must have hit something because I saw reset from the official Huckla down there. Another shot, another reset, and the Rapids had picked that ball up there and maybe had thrown that away. There's a whistle. Looks like possibly a loose ball push. Nonetheless, Bandits have kept the ball with a fresh 30. That's swung around to Cluett. Cluett, right shot over to Bungies, another righty. Rolling shot, low underhand shot, picked up by Robotham. Messy ball out in front of the net, picked up almost by the Bandits. And that's still just an ugly play. The Rapids are just trying to get out of this first couple of minutes without getting scored on. 17 minutes left in the third period. King. Bissett working in front of him there. Over to Mason. King circling in front of the net. Bissett posting up. Alshorn trying to work his way in there. We got 6 on the shot clock. And that's Webster. Moffat's there. Moffat's going to take a shot. Beautiful shot. Hits the shoulder of the goaltender. Gets a reset. Jump ball for everybody. Picked up by Bissett. Shot on goal. Reset. Loose ball picked up by Landon Basso. He's going to clear that. Fresh 30 for the Bandits, brought in by Lacombe Petrie. He swings that over to Cluett. Shot by Owen Cox. Rebound is loose there, and I think we may have a minor interference. That takes the ball out of the stick of the Rapids and back into the Bandits' hands. Nice face dodge by Six. Little twister shot. Real nice play. That was Ethan Firth. He ends up picking that ball up in the corner. Good work by Ethan Firth. Lacombe Petrie down to Bungay. Bungay's rolling across up. We've got some moving picks or something in front there, and that's going to blow the ball down. And fast break there. No, that's bounced away from Nate Williams, so he's going to settle it down. King to Mason. Mason down to Webster. Webster's going to bring it over. He's going to, no, he's not going to swing. He's going to pass that to the crease. Sawyer King, underhand shot, saved by the goaltender. Ball's loose. No one seems to want to pick it up. Bandits have grabbed it. There, Sawyer is on him. Sawyer King is trying to work that, and that ball is thrown away by number 12. That's Mason McLean was trying to get that transition down. Ball bounces into the stands. Rapids ball, 25 seconds on the clock. That's Webster to King. King through a crowd, nothing going, over to Bissett. Bissett's gonna fake a shot over the top. Nice bouncer, saved by the goaltender. King is in there doing the hard work, try to get that ball back. Picked out by the Bandits. Bissett's gonna pressure that number 23. He's a big boy. He's gonna do it. That's Matthew Walker. Gets that ball transitioned. That's in the corner for Cluett. Cluett's getting bumped along the boards a little bit there. Bungay comes away with it. And that is Lacombe Petrie. 4 seconds on the clock. I'm not sure they know that that's there. And shot by Bungay is right at the clock. That is going to be a turnover on shot clock. I don't believe that was a reset. That's, well, we're very lucky to get that one out of our zone there. That's up to Noah Fournette. He's going to back out a little bit. Ben Alshorn's going to wait. They're going to get some offense out here. Over to Mason. King waiting for the pick. That was a hard pick on the back. That's a moving pick. And I'm not sure what's happening here. It looks like we have a stoppage in play. Looks like it was a moving pick. So it's going to be Dartmouth's ball, but I believe there is some water on the floor down and the far end near the Rapids goaltender that they're going to try to wipe up while we've got a break. There is 13 minutes, 57 seconds left in the third period. 5-2 game for St. John so far. Low-scoring affair. There was a low-scoring game last night, 3-2 for Rebels and Warriors. Very weird score. That not much of a lacrosse score, to be honest. Commonly, so far, the Rapids this year have a goal average that's greater than 10 per game. So to see a 3-2 game out there in the league is a little bit low. I'm sure neither team was looking for that. Okay, so we are going to reset the ball here. It's about coming out of the Dartmouth zone. That's Lacombe Petrie bringing it in, and he's going to take it down, pass it over to Cox. Cox has got it over to McCullough. McCullough up to Firth. And Cox, that ball was off Hudson Scaplin's stick or leg, not sure. So there wouldn't have been a back over if it had happened. And Bungay's going through to McCullough. McCullough's sort of back, behind the back pass to Cox. That was a little bit off the mark. And the ball got shot through there by Cox. That was a close one. I don't know if the goalie was expecting that. So Rapids transition down the floor. Brooks with the ball in his stick. Gets it to McKinnon. That's Alshorn over to Mason. Pick coming to help Mason by Webster. Webster rolls off, two-man game. Beautiful. Beautiful little play there. Those two have been clicking all day. That's Joe Webster's first of the game.
Pick coming to help Mason by Webster. Webster rolls off, two-man game. Beautiful.
Well, we've got 13 minutes left in the third period. 6-2 for Rapids. Joe Webster just put us up to the 6th goal. That is his 15th goal. Excuse me, that's his 6th goal of the season. And extra special there today, that was happy 50th birthday to Anita Webster. So we've got a birthday today, and Joe's getting goals. That's always good. Rapids, Moffat at top with the ball, flips it over to Hudson Scaplin. That's kind of dumped. We got 12 seconds left. That's loose ball, going to be picked up by the Bandits. That's Landon Basso. He's going to get that over half. That's a reset. And ignore the horn. It's a clean reset for the Bandits. Lacombe Petrie is looking at his options there. Is he going to go? Is he going to draw some D? He's inverted the offense, and that was a pass that went off the stick of Firth and into the player bench. We've got Rapids ball coming back. It's Noah Fournette. Moves it off to McKinnon. That's to King. Mason is up top, gonna rip that, and that, oh, great save by the goaltender. Picked up by the, that was a bit of a missed play there. Don't know what happened to the 10-second count or the back in, but the officials had a better view on it down there than I did. So we've got Rapids ball again. Offense is coming out. We've got Drew Mason up top. Big pick on the back. Didn't know if they were going to call that yet. That's going to turn the ball over, so that's a moving pick. Bandits, Barrero from his crease. 30-second shot clock. It's 11 minutes, 10 seconds left in the third period. It's a 6-2 game for the Rapids. We've got ball behind the net, up to Bungay. Bungay's going to swing that across to McCullough. That was a backside pass to Lacombe Petrie. It might have been there. The ball bounced off his stick, but that was there, I think. We've got a loose ball foul, so we are giving possession back to Dartmouth. Ball's up top to McCullough. Okay. McCullough to Firth, I believe. And now through the center, that was a real good chance shaping up there. Loose ball, big mess happening there. Picked up by Dartmouth. Big save by Ethan Robotham. Rapids defense getting pushed around a little bit right now. Everyone's getting kind of scrambly, maybe a little tired. They get stuck on, so 10 minutes left in the third. And that is a shot by Cluett. With 7 seconds on the clock, the other shot came from the other side. That's a back over, no reset. That's going to be a water break. That's our break after the halfway of the third period. It's a 9-2 game for the Rapids over the Dartmouth Bandits so far. Close game. Rapids pulling away a little bit, but Dartmouth not giving up. They're still in this game. We've got a happy birthday to Team NB U13 and FLA player, Henry Bell. Happy birthday, Henry. Hopefully you're here or watching at home, and hope you have a wonderful birthday. Get to watch some lacrosse. Leaders of the game so far, we've got Hudson Scaplin with 3 points, tied with Drew Mason with 3 points on the St. John Rapids. We've got Noah Lacombe Petrie with 2 goals and for a total of 2 points on the Dartmouth Bandits. Lacombe Petrie has the 2 goals for Dartmouth. No other goal scorers, and only one lonely assist to Trainer McCullough. So quite a low scoring, low point getting game. We've got Rapids picking up the ball here now. Starting on the offense, Mason is looking for that two-man play with Moffat again. Not there this time. They'll keep working on it till it happens. There we go. Moffat gets across, and he gets a great shot in there, saved by the goaltender. Goaltender's out, down a little bit, and we're going to have a reset and a ball picked back up again by Moffat. Great play. Great play. Almost had a goal there. I'm sure he'd rather the goal than a loose ball, but nonetheless, it's a good consolation. King up top. Pick came, wasn't there, and backdoor to Bissett, but ball was too high to get that. Bandits picked the ball up, and we're going to have some major pressure coming from the Bandits. And we've got some shoving, some play back there. Sawyer King with a shot, missed the net. That's looks like that perhaps. I don't know who it bounced off of, but the Bandits are going to get the ball. It looks like it bounced either off the floor or the glass and without hitting the goaltender. Barrero gets it in to Bungay. Bungay's got an ISO here with Brooks. Swim dodge and beautiful goal. Goes far side. There's 9 minutes left in the third period. That's going to make this a 6-3 game. You see the replay here? Nope, we missed it, but you cannot leave Chris Bungay alone on an island with one defender without help. He's just too big. He's just too good. He's got a lot of experience. So back at the draw. Bungay's taking the draw. I believe it's against Noah Fournette, if I can see over there properly. Ball's loose, kicking around a bit. No one's picked it up yet. And Rapids, Morgan McKinnon picks that loosey up. See if the offense can get something going here. It's Bissett with the ball. He swings it for Mason. Webster looked like he was going to set a pick, but he kind of faked it and rolled in. Still in Mason's stick. Over to Elshorn. Elshorn to Mason, who drags and puts it in the corner. Oh, just a little bit off for McKinnon. Still loose in there. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. That's going to be a time violation. So we've got a Bandits ball. Landon Basso starting in front of his net. 88 on 88 there, and that's still pressure coming, and still loose there, and I think we're going to have a loose push that's going to stay Dartmouth. Yeah, we're going to stay Dartmouth ball there. That was a little bit of action, but loose ball, you really aren't supposed to knock a player down or play the body without having them having possession. I know at this level a lot goes, and it's good to let it go so that we can have a fast game. But when you've got, it's nice to let the players play as well, and let the skill take over. So we've got transition down the floor for the Rapids. That's Brooks. He's got Williams in front of him trying to help out. Ball's moving up to King. King's going to swing it down. See what happens here. It's just him. Just him. Oh, great toe drag and a shot on net. Great play by Sawyer King. That got picked up by the goaltender. Transition down the floor by Carter McNeil. He's going to dish it off to Bungay. Takes a bump there. There's going to be a penalty coming to Sawyer King, I believe. We've got McCullough to Cluett. Cluett shoots an underhand shot. We've got a reset. Gibson's got the ball. So there's and that's another shot in front. That's a goal. They're calling that a scored goal, I believe. I'm waiting for further, but I believe we got a goal there. It's hard to know. I believe the signal was a goal, but it doesn't appear like there was one goal scored. It's going to be a man-up situation for Dartmouth Bandits. I believe that Sawyer King's going to take a cross-checking penalty. There's just under 7 minutes left in the third period. 6-3 game, St. John Rapids. Trainer McCullough's going to start with the ball at top. Got McCullough's going to take a nice low shot. Goaltender Robotham picks it up. We've got Morgan McKinnon coming down. He had a fast break there. Now they're killing a penalty, so no need to rush a fast break. Take a chance if you can get an easy one, but otherwise it's good to kill some clock. 1 minute 35 seconds left in the St. John's penalty. Morgan's going to take it into the corner. He's going to let some people exhaust some energy on him there. 2 seconds, 1 second, clock's going to go. Bandits pick the ball up, coming back down the floor with 1:14 left in their power play. It's Lacombe Petrie with the ball, coming down to the right of the goaltender, back to McCullough. That's Firth battling for the ball with Nate Williams. The ball's still loose, and that's picked up by Anders Grant. And he's going to circle. Let's see, Adam Brooks is going to try to pick that one up. There's 43 seconds left in the penalty, 20 on the shot clock, so see if they can get half of this penalty gone. Possession out front to Bissett. Bissett shooting on the net. A little bit extra action there from an intention from the Bandits defenders, even though they did push him in to the goaltender. So I'm not sure what the complaint is there. So I believe the ball's coming back. Yeah, we've got 33 seconds left in the penalty. Fresh 30 for Dartmouth. That's McCullough down to Firth. Lacombe Petrie, face dodge. See if he's going to go back up top or take a shot down to Bungay. Over to McCullough. McCullough to Bungay. Off a defender's stick, I believe. That wasn't a clean pass through there. Loose ball, 9 seconds on the shot clock. See if it gets buried there, if it comes out again. Picked up there by the Bandits. They got 2 on the clock, 1 on the clock. Shot on goal. It's hard to say if that was a shot clock expiry or if that was a reset, but nonetheless, the goaltender held on to the ball. King is down here now. We got 5-on-5 lacrosse. King and Williams there doing some work. We've got Alshorn coming off the bench. Okay, up to Williams, over to Mason. Mason's got Webster to help him there. That was a forced pass, and we had a big hit there. That was Sawyer King trying to put some pressure onto Ben Barrero. I believe that was called offensive charge, which is a turnover. So I believe that's when an offensive player intentionally puts their head down and basically runs through somebody. I think that's what the call was. So Rapids ball, King down to Mason. Mason over to Alshorn. Alshorn turns, doesn't get what he wants. Over to King. King rips, hits the goaltender. Horn holds onto the ball. Passes out to number 19. They clear it into the other half. Again, we're 5-on-5, 4 minutes, 7 seconds left. 6-3 game, Rapids. We've got a total score of 9 goals, which is kind of low for box lacrosse if you're not familiar. It's not uncommon for teams to score 10 on their own in one game. That's a good shot on net by Lacombe Petrie, turned away by Ethan Robotham. We've got ball picked up by St. John. We've got free hand, turns the ball back over to Bungay and the Bandits. Petrie over to Cox. Cox over to Firth. Firth drives to the net, gets a shot on goal. Robotham up to the challenge, had an excellent game today. Robotham up to, I believe that's Ian Cassie. He's going to wait. Puts that over to Mason. Mason's looking for some help from Moffat and Webster. Mason to Bissett. Alshorn coming in to try to help Bissett. Bissett shoots from outside, hits the goaltender's right arm into the corner. Picked up by the Bandits. Under 3 minutes to go. 6-3 game for the Rapids so far. Basso gets the ball across center, ditches it off to McCullough. So we've got a goaltender pulled 6-on-5 situation for the Bandits. 2 minutes, 36 seconds left, 9 in the shot clock. Let's see if they get what they want here. Yes, another good save by Ethan. Good shot, good play with on the ball from the Bandits, who found that open player on the back door. They've also just gotten a reset. So we've got a fresh 30 for Bandits. We've got a 5-on-4 down that end as Brooks is trying to get back in position. 6-on-5 lacrosse, shot just missed by, that was Cluett. Ball kept on that half of the floor, so reset. That was a good chance by McCullough. I don't know how that one stayed out. That was a reset, so it must have hit the goaltender. I don't believe it hit the post. Rapids picked the ball up. Dartmouth gets their goaltender back in. That's Scaplin. Scaplin's been money today with 3 goals. Why not? Shoot again. That's another good shot and a rebound. A minute 45 seconds left. Bandits have the ball. They got a fresh 30. McCullough brings it across half. He's going to ditch it off to Cluett. Cluett to fake to Bungie. No, I didn't know if they were going to like hidden ball trick there or not, but it's McCullough's into Bungie, inside, runs into a crowd. He's got to put it back out to McCullough. Watch the back door. Yeah, that's backdoor pass was attempted. It looks like that's Morgan McKinnon. We've got McKinney. We got an open net there that was missed by McKinnon. We've got Kenny McIntyre down there in the corner as well, trying to make some space. McKinnon comes up with it. He's got 17 on the shot clock, 1:04 in the game. Important possession, if anything, just to burn some time. So Morgan McKinnon is going to take a bit of abuse here, but he's the guy to do it. Ball's reset again. Bandits ball, 48 seconds left. 6-3. We've got, I think, possibly a timeout coming for Bandits. 44 seconds left in the game. 6-3. St. John Rapids. And again, want to thank Sports Wheels in Sackville, Nova Scotia. Everything you need for lacrosse, they've got it. They can order it. They've got it on their website. You can run in and see it. They've got a great inventory. Go see Jamie. If he's not bass fishing, he's selling lacrosse gear for sure. He's the guy that will get you anything you need. They're one of the few places around that actually has strings and stringing materials and things for kids to work on their sticks. And most of the average sports stores don't have lacrosse stuff. It's a bit of a niche thing for lacrosse people. It's very, very important to have somewhere you can go and buy gear. So head to Sports Wheels. Also want to thank Downey Ford for sponsoring the local St. John Rapids team, as well as Production X Atlantic. We have the female Rapids playing tonight at 7 o'clock, I believe, here at the Lord Beaverbrook rink. Great place to watch a game if you're in town. They're having a good season as well. Okay, we've got 42 seconds, 30 on the clock. We've got a 6-on-5. Bandits are up. Backdoor pass over to Lacombe Petrie. I believe that was either a pass or a shot through the middle, but nonetheless, it ran into a crowd, and the ball is picked up by the Rapids. That's Anders Grant moving that ball down. See if he gets across. He just flips it in, gives away 20 seconds left. Oh, great play there by, I think that was Ben Alshorn to break up that bomb pass. That was Bungay going in alone for sure. 11 seconds on the clock, back into Drew Mason's stick. I think we're just gonna run this one out unless something silly happens. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and that's gonna be a win for your home team, St. John Rapids, 6-3 final. That's gonna put the Rapids to 5-1. And that's safe to put them up on the top of the league, if I can recall now. There's a few. I think there's one other game on today to watch for, but Bandits are going to end up 4-4 on the season so far, and you're going to have the St. John Rapids atop with 10 points. Tied with 10 points will be St. Margaret's Bay. St. Margaret's Bay did hand the Rapids their only loss of the season, first game of the year. I think they're all looking for a rematch on that one. Thanks again from the Lord Beaverbrook rink. Enjoy your day and take care.